Hey, I'm Jeff the Junk Seller. This presentation is going to be about the Edwardsville, Illinois buying trip that I took from May the 7th to the 18th, 2025. This is going to be part three of three. I really didn't do a whole lot that was real significant, except that I went to Hilltop Auction. This auction is run by the same folks that run Harmon Auction over in Shipman, Illinois, except that this is in Alton. And I went there. They run several rings at the same time. I found where I found some material that I really wanted. The thing that I wanted the most was a photo album, and I did win that. I wanted it $70, and I got a shoebox full of poker chips, and I think there's probably 450 poker chips I had to pay $40 for. I've sold a few of them at Canton already for $1 a piece. There are a few of them that are worth a bit more, and really the highlight of the deal was the photograph album. I was willing to pay $250 for that, and I was trying to convince myself that I might have to go to 350 because there were a lot of people interested in that album. But in the end, I won that at $70, and I was really, really surprised. There were these five photographs, the three with the young men with ropes around their necks. I think that is some kind of fraternal order. The young men are wearing tags that say Sokol, which was a gymnastics club, the Czechoslovakian gymnastics club. But I believe that these, with the ropes around the neck, I think that this somehow relates to Freemasonry, and I think that it might be a prohibited subject. So those photographs may be huge. If they're not, I still think that they're probably worth $60 to $75 each, just because I've seen hundreds of thousands of photographs and I've never seen anything like this. They're really intriguing. Two of them were two of the photos that I was after were post-mortem babies, and a lot of people will find this offensive. Some other people will find them very interesting. I really don't. Yeah, I mean they're beautiful babies. The fact that they're deceased is kind of weird, but um, they're fantastic photographs. They're worth like $150 to $225 a piece if you put them online. So the five photographs here. The rest of them, I think there were about 40 photographs total, and it was in an album. The cover of the album, I'll be able to get 20 or $25 for because it has this embossed brass frame with a heart-shaped mirror in it. But that and the poker chips, I believe this auction was on a Saturday afternoon. I can't be sure though. I mean, it's all a blur. It may have even been on Thursday, but I did make it to couple of estate sales. I mean, not estate sales, but neighborhood sales on Saturday, and that was the rest of my buying trip there. I made it to Gettysburg Estates. They had their neighborhood sale. I bought a couple of ladders. I bought a lot of stuff that was uncharacteristic um, of me, but the prices were right. I bought a bunch of tools, dollar hammers, $2 hammers, and then I made it over to Essex Street, and I found some gold and some ivory. Not much gold. And I bought some records at one place. I don't have those records to make in this presentation because I sold them all. And but I paid a quarter a piece for them, and I think that I bought 15 of them. 16 of them would have made it $4 because they were 25 cents each. And there was a 10 carat gold heart pin that the lady gave that to me. She said if I wanted that too, that we just call it $4. And that heart pin, I turned that in for $100 for the scrap weight. And that was pretty much everything that I picked up in Edwardsville. A whole lot of garage sale stuff. And I did pretty well with that stuff at Canton. There was some value in all of that. The best money spent on the entire buying trip was $4 that I spent. I believe that it was in Gettysburg Estate neighborhood there in Edwardsville. I bought a pottery trinket box. It was British pottery, much like Staffordshire. It had a story scene on it. Had Sari Gamp, a character from British, I think from a Pickens novel. Um, but I got this box. It had a $4 price tag on it, but there were two pieces of costume jewelry in there. One of them was a Miriam Haskell, which is like top of the line, very expensive, very collectible, highly sought after. Another one was a bracelet that was a Joseph Mazer. The Haskell pin has a gray pearl that's off of it, but the wire is there. It just needs to be repaired. I'm going to run both of those pieces on eBay. I'll probably start them with 149.99 starting bid. Either of them could make that bid, or even close out at $300 or $400. It's just really difficult to tell with that stuff. It's very desirable. When I do run it on eBay, I'll probably put it on a 7-day auction in order to allow everybody time to find it. But if I could have spent all the money that I had on material with that kind of return, I would have gladly bought nothing but that stuff. It's probably the best $4 that I spent. The box, I priced it at I think $20. I'd probably take $15 on it, but the two pieces of jewelry are just top shelf costume jewelry. I never heard of Joseph Mazer until I got this piece. I could tell that it was high quality, probably from the 50s or the 60s. But you just have to cast a really wide net. If my videos are any kind of if there's anything to be learned from any of my presentations, it's that you got to cast a really wide net. Um, but if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and view some of my other material. If you like that as well, then please subscribe. But thank you for viewing.